When you have people like Robert and a lot of people in his party who don't like, we have a symmetry. We create things. We build cranes. Manitowoc Crane's a primary example. Harnish-Fager. We build mining equipment. When we can't get a mine open in northern Wisconsin because of the resistance and the craziness of the environmentals, when we can't build things in this state, even here in Dane County, every environmentalist worries about a butterfly or a toad or a fly that happens to fly through. Squash them is what I suggest. And so the fact of the matter is, when you have a symmetry to certain industries and you continue to bash those industries, why would companies in those, there's a symmetry there, why would they want to invest? Oh, we hear about biotech. They employ 100 people. We throw $100 million at them. The return on those companies is very poor. And as you're seeing right now in the area of technology, biotech, we are seeing on Wall Street a meltdown of the tech companies because people are finally asking the question, why are private investors investing in entities that can't even make a profit?
Okay, Robert.
It just sounds like very anecdotal stuff you would hear on a talk show less open than you, Mitch, on a right-wing talk show.
Yes, thank you so much.
To be quite frank, first of all, people used to come here because of our first-class education system, and Walker has been dissipating that and kind of rolling back generational investments. I came here, and so that they were doing positive damage there. But the idea that our environmental concerns are damaging economic growth is absurd. In fact, the research shows that if we were to do the clean power plan that is now being proposed by the Obama administration, reduce our coal and carbon emissions by 33%, it would substantially increase employment and economic growth because you'd make massive new investments in things that you cannot move, in renewable energy and recycling and in a zero-waste economy. And so we need to think forward to what a new economy looks like.
Well, let me suggest this. The companies you, Robert, would call polluters are probably some of the best companies on the Fortune 500 list because they know how to make a profit, and they also know how to protect the environment. Let's be honest. If you didn't have government supporting a lot of these clean industry, clean technology industries that Robert refers to, they would be out of business. They couldn't make a profit. And so in Robert's world, which is a socialist dream, you have these industries that you create, then you force people to use these technologies because that's the only way they're going to make money is by forcing people, as the Obama administration tried to do with General Motors, trying to force people to buy General Motors cars when they bailed them out, pushing them with incentives and tax credits. The fact of the market is the market works when it's allowed to freely operate. You have reasonable, low-level restrictions. The economy can boom. Our problem here in Wisconsin is, why would an industry that has a connection to Wisconsin want to come here when people like Robert call them negative polluters, they're horribly run? Well, those companies, Harnish-Fager isn't looking for a government bailout. They do very well. Manitowoc Crane, they build things, isn't looking for a government bailout. The industries Robert wants us to support, government bailout after government bailout.
Let's go to Tom. Good morning, Tom.
I'd just like to comment, as far as the mine up in northern Wisconsin, and I can certainly appreciate the sentiment like this go ahead and smash a toad. However, Wisconsin is a tourism state, not a mining state. And what I find interesting is that people like, the individual has absolutely no problem with having a minority industry trump the majority industry. Imagine the devastation in terms of economic impact if and when there's a mine accident. The reason why people come to northern Wisconsin isn't to mine. It's to hunt, it's to fish, it's the environment. That's the economic engine. And quite frankly, I'm not willing to risk that economic engine so that somebody can avoid a government bailout, as the previous individual had mentioned.